This is The Manly Catholic, the podcast that calls you out of the shadows and into the fight. Here we forge men into warriors for Christ, husbands, fathers, and leaders who refuse to kneel to the modern world's lies. No more passivity, no more excuses, no more lukewarm faith. This is your battle cry, your call to arms. The time for weakness is over. It's time to fight. Welcome to The Manly Catholic. Let's get to work. Mic check.
Mic check, mic check.
Finish your thought.
Kind of related to the question you asked about if someone comes to me and wants to take it to the next level and be more of a warrior for Christ.
Cold plunge?
Yeah, when you talked about cold plunge, it made me think of something that's important too. Is disciplining, right? Your body, building that virtue of discipline and doing things that are strenuous and hard too. And in terms of lifting heavy weights or that really is all important. Eating right, that's important for a man. Staying away from excessive consumption of alcohol and smoking and stuff like that. It's just that's important. That connection of your mind, your body, and your soul. That's huge. For me, that helps. I have to do something physical every day, or I'll get sick. I will. There's times where I'm just so busy and I don't have time to exercise or jujitsu or something. Right? It's I'll get sick. It's the weirdest thing.
Like you'll actually get ill.
Mm-hmm.
So I got cold plunge, man.
You're all about the cold plunge.
I still need to get it. Maybe I'll partner with a cold plunge company.
We did that for Harmel. We did that for a fundraiser.
Cold plunge?
Yeah.
See, it was
a couple
the best
of us
day
jumped
ever,
in.
wasn't it?
Well, I wanted to do at the lake, as a polar plunge should be, but we couldn't work it out. We had to do it near the lab, and so we bought this huge horse water trough. We poured water into it, and it was 10 degrees. And then so when we started the next morning, we actually had to chop the ice, and I was the first to go. And
how'd it feel?
Screamed like a little girl. It was good. The whole Exodus 90 thing and the cold showers, I really like that.
Yeah.
Or when I was, because I was in the triathlon and mountain bike racing big time after baseball, and when I lived out in Colorado and raced semi-pro for a little while. Swimming in the mornings is awesome before work, 5 a.m, because you jump in a cold pool. Man, you felt really good.
You're ready for the day.
And I would love to get back into cold showers because you have that same feeling.
Yeah.
And I gotta do it.
See, I can't do showers because it's too tempting to go hot. So if I have a cold plunge, it's like
there's no.
What are you gonna do?
There's no turning back.
You're
jump
in it.
out. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah. So because I've tried the whole cold shower thing, I'm like, but the hot's on the other side of the.
It's so easy.
Other side of the dial. All right. More of a practical question. So for a former Protestant like myself, are there any resources to learn basic terminology, like what's a vestment, what's a tabernacle, what's a chasuble?
There's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of good stuff coming out like that. People are interested more and more. I'm seeing more and more of that, from Tan Books, or from Sophia Press, or even just on traditional.
Because I want to know the terminology,
So if you could do a deep dive into FSSP, their charism is the Latin Mass.
Yeah,
on their website, you can find a lot of resources. Or Saint John Saint John Cantius, their charism is the Latin Mass, right? So you find these websites that of these religious orders that have that charism. You're going to find a lot of information like that, a ton. The Norbertines, Christ the King, all these orders that have the charism as the... And probably maybe as an offshoot of that, you're just going to find other organizations that are dedicated to the extraordinary form that are going to provide that. Because everybody's asking, not everybody, but a lot of people are asking about, I mean, like these little...
Oh, yeah, you gave that to me.
Yeah, the Latin English booklet missal for praying the traditional Mass. Mm-hmm. People are wanting more of that to learn. Altar servers, some of the altar servers in my church that serve the Novus Ordo, they want to know more about how to serve the Latin Mass.
I bought a book about how to serve the Latin Mass because you were going to teach me at one point.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's when there was a thing called time.
Time.
Mm-hmm.
One day I would still love to do that in our house.
Trying to think what else. You dive down that rabbit hole on the internet, you're going to find.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, because I remember when we were doing spiritual direction, one thing you wanted to start doing with me before you left for OLC, and then you got your new assignment, was you were taking me through like just different parts of the Mass.
Oh, sure.
To learn it. And like that stuff. Because I mean, we talked about this before too, but like everything has an order and a purpose. Like why do you have to wear that stole for confession? You know, like it's just good things to know because there's meaning behind everything in the church, but a lot of people just don't know. It's like, oh, they just wear those weird. Like, why are we wearing red on Sunday? I don't know. It's just that time of year.
One of the favorite presentations that people like me giving is a talk on the Vestments.
Yeah. See,
but it's from the traditional side.
Mm-hmm.
The vesting prayers, the Beretta, the Maniple, all these things, the Amos, because there's nothing in the Novus Ordo really.
Yeah,
they might have some vesting prayers in English where it just talks about there's nothing for washing of the hands, there's nothing for the cassock, it's everything that the Novus Ordo did. It's watered down and it's not full.
It's Protestant.
It's and so.
Like, do you mean like as you're putting on your cassock or your vestments?
Oh,
you say prayers as you're doing.
Yeah,
every time. Okay,
absolutely. Yeah,
and that's awesome.
Maybe we can do something like that, like a video for the podcast.
Yeah, we
presentation
should.
Like that. It's important to see what each piece means because it sheds great light and liturgical depth and understanding of the sacrifice of the Mass, of the Divine Liturgy. When I give this presentation, this is what the priest wears and why, and this is why it's layered this way, and this is why he prays these certain prayers when he puts his cassock on, or his cincture, or the amice, or the alb, or the maniple, and the chasuble. And all these prayers have a deep, deep, deep traditional and scriptural context, a historical context. And so to talk about that, it brings people deeper into the Mass.
Right.
And that's what's supposed to happen. We're supposed to want and crave and hunger for the Mass.
Well, that's the problem because
the divine liturgies.
Most people are just ignorant about it. And if they knew, like, oh, this is what's happening. This is why he's saying that.
Knowledge is very important, especially coming off of Pentecost.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Illumination of the intellect. St. Paul talks about like knowing God and proclaiming God and instructing people about the sacred mysteries is the most important. Speaking in tongues is like at the bottom.
Right. Whichever one thinks.
So we have to know. So many people want me to preach more about educating them.
Mm-hmm. Interesting, huh? Why that is.
And a lot of it is the Mass.
Yeah.
Because they're beginning to see and they're being exposed to the Latin Rite.
Right.
And most of the people don't even know the Latin Rite exists.
No.
They think it's just the way they've been celebrating Mass, for the last 40, 50 years. They were raised in the Novus Ordo. They have no idea.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Most Catholics don't even know there's a Latin Mass and what it is and where it comes from. No, they don't even know what the Missal of Pope Paul VI means. They don't even know there's like a 62 Missal. There's a 55 Missal. They don't know there's like this slow, led by the Holy Spirit, organic growth of sacred liturgy from the Last Supper, and then also coming out of Rome from Peter and Paul, the Roman Rite liturgy, and then unbroken line of succession, most perfectly held in the Tridentine or the extraordinary form. And then all of a sudden, 1969, boom, we all of a sudden have this thing called the Novus Ordo.
Interesting. I'm going to dive into that. That would be great, though, do a video. Set that up with Jeff. Get a presentation going.
Sure.
Because I would love to learn all that.
Yeah, I love giving that homily. It just feels so good knowing that God called me to be a priest, and I said yes, and it's just been the most amazing thing.
Praise be to God.
Ever. We talked about it being, terrifying, yet at the same time powerful and joyful, and if it was all a human thing, it'd be different, but it's a God thing, God-created thing, God-called thing. And it is terrifying, but when I'm trying my best and trying to live a holy life and living in a state of grace, I'm not worried about being judged harshly. A priest did tell me that when I was away from the church, and if someone said I was going to be a priest, I'd probably slap them, but he said, I'll be judged more harshly than you because I'm a priest. And that stuck with me even when I wasn't even Catholic. Practicing my faith, right? But I'm not afraid. Well, St. Paul said, I can rest assured of my salvation. Mm-hmm. But he only said that after decades of trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning of at the beginning of his mission, he said, I work out my salvation in fear and trembling.
Yeah.
And when I'm tempted towards mortal sin, there's the fear, there's the trepidation, there's the terror. It's like if I continue down this road, right? But I don't, I'll stop.
Because you have his words in the back of his mind. That's an important thing, too, about memorizing Scripture, right?
Yeah.
Not just a Protestant thing.
No, it's not.
Because, when you are fallen into temptation, because we all are going to be tempted, it's like, what do you have to fuel to fight back? Because it's easy. We're human. We're flesh. It's easy to give in.
Yeah, especially when we're tired.
Yep. I certainly know about that.
All your little crazy kiddos.
Oh, my gosh.
Trying to hurt them up and get them to bed.
Oh, my gosh. It's the worst time of night. Brush your teeth!
Flush the toilet.
Yeah, we're having aiming issues with our boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to clean the toilet for you before you got here. Hopefully I cleaned it up.
I saw that. Oh, because I walked in to use it. And I was like, what do I do with this? Like,
Good luck.
The toilet brush is still in there. And
I wanted to challenge you a little bit, and you're...
You did. You made me think for a couple seconds.
See, you're welcome.
Like, well, I have to lift the lid.
See?
Then I have to pull the toilet brush out.
You didn't know there's going to be an obstacle course here. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to that amazing episode. I just want to take a quick break to thank one of our sponsors, which is especially near and dear to my heart, because it's all about coffee. For the best coffee for a great cause, we recommend Mystic Monk Coffee. Roasted with prayer by the Carmelite monks in Wyoming, Mystic Monk Coffee has the ultimate cup waiting for you. See more at mysticmonkcoffee.com. If you decide to support the podcast on our Patreon page at the $20 per month level, we will actually send you a bag of Mystic Monk coffee for free. As you all know, one of our missions with the podcast is to help support our priests. So what better way to do that than to combine coffee with the priesthood? Go check out their website today. Again, that's mysticmonkcoffee.com. Thank you all so much for listening. Let's get back to that episode. Here's another question for you.
All right.
It kind of ties into one I asked earlier. It says, what is one thing you think a man needs to do? Needs is all uppercase. I can't speak anymore. What is one thing you think a man needs to do at least once a year for personal or spiritual growth?
I think a nice retreat with other guys. Or if that isn't your thing, a silent retreat. I just look at it from the perspective of, like, this is what they tell us to do as a priest.
Yeah, what do they tell you guys?
And
to
you guys
do?
are priests too, right? As you're the priest of your family, ontologically different, because I have the sacrament, the indelible mark, but you're still called to do a lot of the things I do, just at a micro level, and it's just as important too.
But what do they tell you guys to do? Because I think this is important for lay people to hear too.
From what I remember, it's like we have 6 weeks during the year, 6 or 5. I don't know. I don't even take 4 or 3, but I should. 1 week needs to be continued education. Mm-hmm. 1 week needs to be retreat, and I thought it was like 3 weeks of personal vacation. Mm-hmm. That's all you get. Do I take those? No.
Why?
I don't have. I don't have time because I'm a workaholic.
We know. He's working on his workaholic tendencies, guys.
That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
A retreat.
Yeah. To go to a place of rejuvenation. Mm-hmm. A sanctuary with the Lord, an oasis, and just reestablish the connection with your captain, your general. Mm-hmm. Get some R&R, and just reconnect with him to become empowered and just sit with the Lord. What else could one do if that's not your thing?
I think it should be your thing.
Yeah.
I think men don't. I think it's easy for men to focus on the physical and the tangible, not the spiritual.
I would agree.
So doing a retreat doesn't seem helpful because there's nothing like physically tangible.
Yeah.
And especially if it's like silence. I mean, because especially in America, what's like you're not doing anything. So like you're wasting time almost. Like you're not being productive.
Yeah. Waste time with the Lord, right?
Yeah. Right. Which is what we should be doing way more often. Well, like even the Sabbath. I know we did an episode on the Sabbath, but no one takes that seriously. Like why did he order us to take a day of rest? Why is that in the commandments? Like a day every week, he said to keep holy. And we kind of brush that off.
Well, he knows that how easily we can get sucked into the world.
Yeah.
And if we don't have one day out of that week to just recenter ourselves again, reposition ourselves in the center to bring that order to chaos, to build the family, we'll just go off the rails.
Yeah.
So it's set up perfectly. Here's one day out of these many days to just rest and be with me and to rejuvenate. Mm-hmm. And it's a good thing because it's given to us by God and we're created in his image and likeness. And especially if we're baptized and receiving the Eucharist, we're participating in his divine life, his divine majesty, so much so we can echo the words of St. Paul, for it is in him that we live and move and have our being. So we have to keep holy the Sabbath. That's one of the things that I really want to dive into at my parish, is really unpacking that.
The Sabbath, keeping it holy.
I do. People have a lot of questions about that too. You know, if you're like a firefighter or a police officer or a doctor or military or things like that.
Yeah, there's nuances for sure.
Yeah. I think a silent retreat would be good if you can find a good monastery. There's a group of guys at OLC and then a couple surrounding churches. They'll go up into the UP to oh my goodness, I forgot. Like CRL or Christ the Lamb or something, I forget. It's like in Paradise. They'll go up there. And then the women will go up there too. So it's in the UP, middle of nowhere. It's run by, I think there's a priest up there and a couple brothers. I don't know what religious order. Or maybe they're trying to establish their religious order. But it's a wonderful time. They're out in these cabins. And it's just a great time. And I know that a bunch of guys go and do it, and it's yearly. Like, I forget what it is. CRL, Christ, something, Lamb.
CRL. I want to do this. No, that's not right.
Catholic Retreat Center.
It's not Cedar, but no, that's
Paradise, Michigan.
Oh, Paradise.
Yeah, Companions of Christ the Lamb. That's what it is.
I'd love to do that.
Paradise, Michigan, up in the UP.
Companions of Christ. Oh, that sounds amazing. Maybe we'll do that next year. Versus, I'm excited for Saturday. I just want silence.
What I like to do is it will be silence, but it's through hiking in the UP, through Pictured Rocks on the North Country Trail. I'll spend 4 or 5 days on the trail.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have all my gear. I'll just through hike.
Yes.
And it's silent, and I'm moving, and it's strenuous, and I'm thinking a lot. I think well when I'm under that physical exertion.
Absolutely.
And it's right next to Lake Superior, and it's on bluffs and sand dunes, and it's wonderful. I my batteries are recharged with that in nature. I could probably see myself when I'm older, maybe adopting more of that retreat type, experience.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fruitful for sure, but it just seems like, I don't know, it just seems like that's what I'm craving, and I just need that. Yeah. I need that. People are always asking me, what about the wolves? What about the bear? What about the moose? Like, don't worry, they're not there where I'm at, and they're more afraid of you than you are of them. So I bring protection. So
yeah, you're good.
Mm.
One day I want to do that with you.
Yeah. We'll tone it
years.
down for you, though.
Yeah.
Unless you can carry 42 pounds.
I used to backpack
20 miles a day.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll do. I'll try and go Grand Marais to Munising and back. That's 84 miles.
Yeah, let's do it.
Try to do that in 4 or 5 days.
Let's just do it.
I recognize that that's just... yeah. I think what I'm going to do is only go like 15 miles a day or 12. That way the campsites that you have that are in the national forest right along Lake Superior, there's just beautiful places just to walk around that area and just take in the nature and the beauty of just sitting there instead of just like pounding 20 miles a day. And then
do you feel like you go too fast?
And then you eat your food and it boom, you're out, and it's like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. The sun doesn't go down till 9:30 or close to 10, depending when you're up there, and then you're up like at 4 or 5 in the morning.
Well, you said it rejuvenates you, so I guess if it wasn't rejuvenating, you're probably going too fast then. But but since it does, you're probably at the pace that you can handle.
But if I'm going to go with somebody, I'd probably want to do it differently.
Yeah, you'll tone it down for me. I appreciate
I'll
that.
tone it down.
Yeah, I'll just start training right now. Get my rucksack.
I think a guy would just have to ask himself, what do I need to recharge?
Oh yeah, nature for me is.
But I mean, just like answering the question that you asked.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. What do you need to recharge?
What do you need? Like, ask God.
Yeah.
Well, God wants me to go to Vegas. Really?
Play 4 rounds of golf in one day.
God wants me to just, drink my 5th of Bacardi every day. No, I don't think that's gonna. I don't think that's it. You're missing the point. You're missing the point.
Well,
ask the question: what is God? In what way is God directing me to be rejuvenated with Him?
Yes,
1 week a year or something.
Right.
What does the Lord say to you? What do you want? Maybe it's sleep. Like right now, I would love probably you and Betsy. Like a week of sleep would be great, wouldn't it? I think that would rejuvenate me.
No questions.
I think about that. It's like maybe I should go to an all-inclusive resort, which I don't like anyway, but like just have everything catered to you.
Yeah.
Everything.
Maybe
you just sleep.
Yeah. Maybe.
I'm not one for, not anymore, of my vacation's coming up. I'm going to, get my airline tickets. I'm going to go to this place and then fly here and then fly there, rent this and rent that and get everything lined up and bam, boom, 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 and have this out of country experience, or in country or whatever. Like, I just, no, when my vacation hits, I come into it on fire. Just, crash land into the vacation.
Guns a-blazing.
Mm-hmm. Well, the plane's on fire. Not really guns a-blazing, but I have no more ammo. I'm on fire. Just crash land. And it usually takes me 3 days to get into my vacation, sometimes 4.
Oh, like detox from the world?
Yeah, because a lot of the times it's after Christmas you take a little vacation, or after Easter you take a little vacation. And it seems like what happens to me, and I guess this kind of happened when I was in the work world too, working at in the construction industry, especially if you're in your leadership position, management, or you're a priest. They know that your vacation's coming up and it's going to be a week and a half. And so they pile everything on you the week before to get everything done that's supposed to happen in the week you're gone. Yeah. That drives me bonkers. Yeah. So I told my staff, it's like, stop, no more, don't do that. Yeah. And then don't load me up when I come back either. Yeah. Some things have to happen, like weddings, or if there's a funeral when you get back, I get that. Or an emergency situation, those things take precedence. But like meetings and program development and budgets and, no, they can wait. Yeah. They can wait. So balance.
Always. What is your favorite religious movie? And what is one movie that isn't described as religious, but you think God's message permeates throughout it?
I'll have to think about that one.
The Field of Dreams.
I did talk about that, didn't I? Well. Not really too much of a movie person.
Okay. Not a movie person.
It's hard for me to sit.
Let's see, The Passion of the Christ.
Well, I mean, The Passion is just like... Nefarious? No, I wouldn't. The Passion...
I'm just naming random stuff here.
Yeah, The Passion I would probably say. Well, I guess maybe because there's a sentimental value attached to this movie, and I remember it when I was young, and it's probably... Franco Zeffirelli's Jesus of Nazareth.
Oh, yeah, I think you've talked about that before. Yeah.
Probably that one. If I thought harder, I probably could pull some other ones, but that's the one that just comes to my mind. So then what was it? What non-religious movie but has a Christian theme that permeates through it, or something that speaks to me? Oh, boy. Lord of the Rings.
That was my first thought.
Yeah, was it? Okay. I just never get sick of watching that. Yeah, Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. I never get sick of watching those.
Yeah. Yeah, every time it comes out.
What else? I like Gladiator.
Yeah.
I've watched that a lot. I can't think of anything that's like mind-blowing and not typical. It's like a lot of guys like Gladiator.
It's hard not
I'm just a typical guy. I'm nothing special. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. I'm just meat and potato guy. I'm not. Yeah. Those kinds of movies. I like that. I can't think of anything else. Again, if I thought longer about it, I probably could. I'm just trying to think of like some of the movies that I've watched over and over again. Calvary.
What's Calvary?
That's probably one of... I definitely not going to recommend young kids to watch this.
Calvary?
Yeah.
When was it made?
2014.
What's it about? It says comedy. Western.
No, I said Calvary.
Yeah, Calvary. Who's in it? 2014?
Let me see.
It's not that?
It's the Irish guy. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It says comedy Western.
Western? No, it's not comedy Western. Just because it says
I'm just saying that, man.
I can't believe
he's a good actor. Who is that? What's his name again?
He's one of my favorite actors. He's in Braveheart.
Oh, he was in, yes, that's right. That's right. Is that Brendan Gleeson?
Yeah, Brendan Gleeson. This is my
accept confession.
This is my perspective. It's not a comedy. It's not a Western.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some funny situations in there, but this encapsulates quite poignantly, quite powerfully, and condensed hour and 42 minutes what the life of a parish priest. It's intense. Like some things would say, oh, well, it's over the top, but this is probably the most favorite movie that I know of right now that encapsulates the priesthood.
Really?
Yeah. I remember when we were in seminary, now Bishop Barron, he was the rector. He said he wants every single seminarian to watch this.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there's some pretty graphic, not scenes, but discourse and language. And I'm not talking about like swearing. There's some in there, but yeah. Well, it's about a grown man who was abused as a priest, and then he sets out to kill not a bad priest but a good priest, and Brendan is the good priest.
It's like redemption.
Yeah, it's really super interesting, and the reason why they call it Calvary is because of the way that the main character, the priest, plays out his role as a father for his flock. These like 6 people that are just messed up.
Yeah.
Bad, but he keeps coming and coming to them, and it's powerful. It's my most favorite movie. So there you go. I would say that, yeah, if there's a non-religious movie, but it kind of is, that has that theme through it, this is it. This is it.
I have to watch that.
Yeah. To me, every single time I watch that, I'm just so excited and honored to be a priest.
Love that. Gets pumped up.
We before we graduated seminary, major seminary, there was me and 3 other guys who did Exodus 90. And one of the things we did towards the end was watch this movie. And I made that comment. I said, this is what I want my life to be like as a priest. And I remember there were 2 of them who got angry at me.
Really?
It's that intense. I would love my life to end. I would love my priesthood to end the way that this ends.
Why did they get mad at you, though?
It was intense.
Oh.
I think
they didn't want it?
It might have scared them.
Oh.
Like, I think it challenged their idea of what they think the priesthood's going to be. Not that I knew.
Right.
Not that I knew anyway, but there was something in me, in my fighting spirit, that said, I want to be that priest.
Guy. Yeah.
I want to die.
That's powerful.
Like him. And it's so raw, and it's so real about who he was, and he was so open, he was so vulnerable, and yet he was broken too, and he struggled with some things, and he would fall, but then he would come back to Christ. And I mean, there's a scene in there where, he gave up drinking, and someone killed his dog, and his life's being threatened, and his parishioners who he's trying to save are just falling apart, and they're just not supporting him. But he keeps coming to them, and he's in the bar, and he says, pour me a tall one. And so he gets drunk in the bar, and he shuts the bar down. And it just that scene kind of reminded a part of my life. Right. I mean, I wasn't an alcoholic, and I'm not saying like getting drunken, but he couldn't control his passion or his anger in that moment. And it got the best of him, because towards the end he had a gun. Someone gave him a gun for protection because someone was trying to kill him, and he was drunk. And there's 2 guys left in the bar, the bartender, and then another guy who was having an adultery with one of his parishioners and trying to call him out and all that stuff. But they're there, and they're in the corner smoking pot. And says it's time to go, and he goes, he's still drinking, I'm going to keep drinking. And he goes, no, it's time to go. And then they kind of say some things to him that push him over the edge. So he pulls his gun out, points it at one, points it at the other, and then it just shoots up the bar. And then the bartender, grabs a little billy club, and just kind of beats the crap out of him, right? But some people who may watch this movie and then remember what I said, like, this is what I want my priesthood to be like. They're not going to really understand it, but deep down inside, that resonates with me so powerfully. And then the way he dies is how I want to die. Not literally in the way that it happens at the end of the movie, but in a way, yes, I do. I would literally love to have the strength to lay down my life, not metaphorically, but literally for my flock. So I saw my flock. My flock in that one person at the end who shoots him. Spoiler alert. Sorry. You want me to keep going?
Go for it.
Okay. So I saw, not that my flock wants to shoot me, but it's because he had a chance to leave the country. His bishop said leave.
Yeah.
And he was getting ready to get on a plane, and he turned around and he came back.
Like St. Paul?
Like Jesus climbing Calvary.
Oh,
he could have left, but he came back and he died for his people.
Yeah.
And so the ending is very, very much like Christ on Calvary, because he meets the guy at the beach, because a week before the guy in confession said, I'm going to kill you this Sunday. Meet me at the beach. He could have left. Like Brendan, the guy who plays the priest, could have left. But he didn't. The whole entire week he stays trying to help his flock, trying to help his parishioners that are all messed up in this little church. The church burns down. Someone kills his dog. It's just a mess. And he was going to leave, but then he came back and he met the guy on the beach. In fact, he got there at the beach, and then the guy came up to him and he was surprised that, I thought you were going to leave. I thought you were here. You're going to. And so he tries to convert the guy, but he ends up shooting Brendan in the head, killing him right there on the beach. But the whole entire time that Brendan, the priest, is there on the beach with the guy who was raped as a child by priests. He's trying to heal him. He's trying to convict confession. Obviously, doesn't want him to kill him, right?
Right, of course he doesn't. Yeah.
But it's a good priest, because he never, no matter how screwed up the flock is, and he's screwed up too, but he understands the power of his priesthood. It's not him. It's Jesus working through him. He doesn't leave. He stays, even to the very end, even offering his life to save his flock. And at the end of the movie, it's powerful. Just, anyway, but
I've never even heard of that.
oh man,
Love that though. There's another movie I heard. I think Bishop Aaron recommended. It was about, what was it called? It was about an order, and it was, they took like a vow of silence. What was it called? What's it called? It was made pretty recently, and what's it called? But it was about, anyways, he said it was another good one about like the priesthood and, like more of a religious life, but like the sacrifices that they make and everything. So I'm trying to find it here. It's not going to pull up. Anyways. No, it's going to bother me. Oh, there he goes. He wrote about Calvary. There we go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Father Dominic Couturier with the Manly Catholic Podcast, and I'd like to take a moment with you just to talk about something that's dear to my heart. Harmel Academy of the Trades here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Harmel Academy started in 2018, where I came on board. And now we're entering our 2024-2025 year with just close to 30 guys from all over the country. Harmel Academy of the Trades is a Catholic trade school dedicated towards building these men towards Jesus Christ with prayer, work, and study. It's a 1-year program and a 2-year program where we teach these men not only how to sit at the feet of the Master of Jesus Christ, who is the epitome of what it means to be a man and a worker, but they get to work in a variety of trades. They live together on campus. They work together on campus. They take humanities curriculums together. And if you're interested, please check out our website at harmelacademy.org and discover more about this wonderful academy. And may God bless you.
What time we gotta go? Time for one more?
Yeah, I got time for one more.
One more. What? Let's see. Oh, let's pick a one. What words of encouragement can you say to young men who are discerning the priesthood?
Wow, this is a great question. I love this. I started a discernment group at OSC because there was an increase of interest.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
it's like, I got to do something about this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We started a discernment group, and I mean, there could be anywhere from 7 to 12 guys.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
This
Praise be to
coming,
God.
I'm pretty sure, but this coming year, I think OLC will have five or four total seminarians. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that's just happened in the past 2 years. So something's happening.
Praise be to God, man.
Yeah.
That's
So-
amazing.
So what would I say to a young man who's discerning the priesthood? Is that what the question
Yes,
was?
correct. Yeah. Or words of encouragement.
Well, when we meet as a discernment group, we just unpack the word discernment. What that means, right?
Mhm.
It's closely associated with discerne, abadire, right? These Latin words that make up the word to submit and to hear.
Mhm.
To hear. So we're teaching these guys how to hear the voice of the Lord. So I tell them, I make this very clear to them. We're here as a discernment group to listen to the voice of the Lord. I will never try and sell you the priesthood. I will never do that. Because I remember there's some priests who tried to do that, sell the priesthood to me. I will never sell you anything. I will be honest and upfront with you. Few are called, few are chosen. If you want to fight in a supernatural battle, to be a warrior for Christ, you may have a calling. But you have to understand that you will die. Some parents or moms would be like, "Oh, don't you say that." If you have a calling to the priesthood,
You need to know.
you need to know the reality
Yeah.
of what's happening, right? I don't take it any farther than that. I just try to pique their interest and deep down that desire of all men to be a soldier and a warrior and to fight. I want to unpack that. I want to bring that out because that's what we need. We don't want men in the priesthood who signed up for this and did this because they think they can just get fat, happy, and lazy.
Mm-hmm.
And they can have an easy life. Get out. If you are a priest like that, please get out. If you want to be like Brendan Gleason in Calvary, okay, all right. Then I tell them I'm not the epitome of what it means to be a priest. I'm a sinful man. Ask other priests who are on fire about the priesthood because it's going to be different. Some priests will say, yeah, I had the calling to be the priest because I had a deep desire to be a gentle father. I had a desire to be the divine physician. When you ask me, I have a desire to go to war. There it is. That's just me. And I love the Eucharist. And I know the Catholic faith is the one true faith started by God, period. I know that the Catholic Church is the church that God wants all human beings to be baptized into, to receive his love in the sacraments, to have salvation, period. I know that as a Catholic priest, as a Catholic, period, you have everything you need to be an unstoppable warrior in spiritual combat, and then be called to that vocation that God has called you to fill you with peace, joy, and love. Like you can be a vicious warrior and still be gentle and kind and have peace and joy. You can. That's what being a Christian means, right? A soldier. St. Paul talks about it all the time, especially in Romans. So I would think that, having said this to a young man, it's just like, are you looking for adventure? Are you hungering for righteousness? Are you desiring to bring truth? Are you desiring to fight against lies and deceptions in our secular world? Are you desiring to defeat darkness with light? Are you desiring to lay down your life for a holy cause? Are you desiring to maybe die as a martyr? All right. Now all you have to do every day is just continue developing as you are, as a boy into a young man. Embrace family life and responsibilities and chores and homework and school and friends and sports or a musical instrument or whatever. Like, live life to the full. Live your life as a boy, right? Continue doing that, right? Don't think you have to, walk into a room and shut the door and just
pray all day.
Be a monk and then it'll come to you. No, you live your life. Live your life. Don't live it any differently. I mean, obviously, stay away from sin, embrace the sacraments, and all these things, right? But if you want discernment, you have to learn to hear the Lord's voice, and so you have to pray every day about this calling on your heart.
Yeah.
But then, yet at the same time, still continue to live a full life and a happy life as a young boy or as a young man, right? So there's a lot there, but that's what I would tell a young man right off the bat is pray, stay in a state of grace, and live your life with joy, and continue to follow your passions. And if you like to play the guitar, you don't have to give it up. Still play the guitar. If you like football, still play football. If you have all these, still develop and live that life fully. But your prayer is going to be a little different. That's one thing that'll change. Your prayer is going to be a little different. Just saying, every day, Lord, if this calling is true, I want you to help me nurture it and grow it and bring it to fruition, and give me the strength to follow you if this is a calling. Men need to discern the priesthood first, and then marriage. If they discern the priesthood properly, and they know that they're not called to be the priest because that is, according to Paul, the better thing, then they know that they're called to marriage, and then it's good for the woman because they're not conflicted between the priesthood and her.
Right,
so it's good for the woman because now you have complete devotion to her and commitment to her, instead of struggling with, well, maybe I'm supposed to be a priest. No, let's go date. No, I don't want to date. I'm going to discern. Maybe I'll go into seminary. No, I'm coming out of the seminary. I think I want to marry you. No, I'm going to go back into I'll try religious order. Don't do that to a woman. Discern priesthood first fully. And if you're still not sure and you're like high school, college, just go into seminary. Just go. They're not going to force you to be a priest. Actually, seminary formation is rigorous. It's like a boot camp to see if it is an authentic calling. So they're almost trying to push you out.
Yeah.
So my class, I think every class that went through major seminary, it was like 25 or 30% discern out rate because the seminary was doing its job.
Yeah.
But pray, but in a particular way, laying the calling that you have on your heart to the Lord, and then He'll continue to guide you. But stay in a state of grace too. Use confession to help you with that. And then talk to other holy priests too, again, because they'll have a different perspective on it. We're all called to be a priest and sharing that divine priesthood of Christ, but there's going to be different charisms too. Yeah. My charism is one of just warrior and a soldier and fighting and combat, and that's me. And if people think that's too hard and cold, then I don't know what to tell you.
Do you talk about the discernment of spirits?
No.
A little bit. Not really.
No. I mean, I'm just starting this discernment group, and I've reached out to our vocation director to help me because I'm having
what are the ages?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
yeah. Are these like high school kids?
Well, it'll be 11 to 17.
Wow. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Something's happening.
I think so. God's building an army. All right, one more. This is good. I like these questions.
All right.
This is fun. It reminds me of like in school at my school at church.
We're just going to keep doing this.
Going to the classrooms, the 8th graders and kindergartners and all that. Fun. Questions, anybody?
What is the main thing lay people can do for priests to help them?
Pray and fast.
Pray and fast. That was easy.
Write them letters once in a while, just saying, thinking of you, Father, and I recognize your efforts of sacrifice and your dedication, and I've grown closer to Christ because of you, and I respect you because of that, and I want you to know I tell people that, and I pray for you. That goes a long way.
You guys need a little pick-me-up, too, once in a while. How often do you recommend lay people pray and fast? I mean, pray every day, but like fast for their priests. Because like me as a married man, like, because I'm called to fast for my family too.
Yeah.
I guess you can include all that.
You mean lay people fasting and praying for their priests, or the priests fasting and praying for the people?
No, opposite. Lay people.
Lay people.
Because you said to pray and fast for the priests. Like once a week?
I don't know. If you,
once a month?
I mean, at a parish, you're going to have tons of people.
Yeah, it's true.
And so there's always going to be praying and fasting for you nonstop. Yeah. I think just maybe in a homily talk about that, like what can we do when it comes to forms of prayer and directed towards who and when and why and you know, you get the whole congregation, so you're always going to have people praying and fasting for you. So we also have groups of women. I forget what they're called. The 7 something, I forget, of Mary, 7 Daughters of Mary or something, and they specifically pray for the priest.
Like at OLC,
every day,
or there's.
I think there are other places too.
Okay.
I don't remember what they're called, but they pray for me like because there's 7 of them, 7 days in the week, and so every day they're praying and fasting. So that's pretty cool.
Oh,
yeah,
that's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Okay, last one.
Last one.
Then I gotta go.
Okay, fair enough. No, we already talked about that. What are your thoughts on AI?
I don't know. I could go to another one. As Leo the 14th, as our Pope. I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
Don't. Okay.
I know that it's pretty scary that when I look at things on YouTube, I have to now ask myself, is this real or fake? Mm-hmm. And I think that's concerning. But I don't know anything more.
Yeah, I was listening to this interview with this guy who ran, I forgot the name of the company. He basically helped create all like the data sets that AI uses. And it sounds a lot like humanism, like secular humanism, like
sure.
upload stream of consciousness, our consciousness into like the cloud, and then I think into like a simulation type.
Yeah.
I'm like, huh.
Well, from just briefly, when the Industrial Revolution hit, I keep hitting that mic. When the Industrial Revolution really came to the forefront. I mean, it was always there in some way, shape, or form, but all of a sudden, boom! It's like it's impacting. It's huge. It's moving fast.
Mm-hmm.
The degradation of the human being was on full display.
Yeah.
And it became something of like totalitarianism and control in a form of communism. Mm-hmm. I can see AI doing that, and I think that's why Pope Leo the 14th said the new industrial revolution for us is AI, because he sees the potential, I think, for AI to be able to do that like the Industrial Revolution did, but I think in a much broader and more devastating way, because it's so liquid and it's so fluid and it's so compatible, right, and integrated with every aspect of what we do.
Yeah.
And so I think if it's misused, I think it can bring a form of control, disillusionment, false realities, dictatorship. Same direction that the Industrial Revolution we're doing is the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and the rich control the poor.
Yeah.
And that's why Catholic social justice teaching was implemented in that time to do that.
It's going to be interesting. Yeah, because then you have people like Elon Musk who is trying to champion, like, because he's all for like putting safeguards in AI. That's the whole reason why he created Grok. He created his own AI because I don't know all the history. I read his biography, and him and the guy who started OpenAI, they like basically were teaming up together, but he didn't like where the other guy was heading, like leading it, like where he wanted to go with it. And Elon Musk is more of like, we got to pump the brakes a little bit. Like we gotta make sure there's safeguards. Cause and then you have this guy, I forgot his name. He was on I'm sure you know, a Sean Ryan podcast. Yeah. Love it. That guy's awesome.
Dan Rehill, Father Dan was on his podcast.
Yeah. I referenced Father Dan because I listened to that podcast episode. But yeah, the way this guy was talking was like, this is how you're talking, like this is creepy, like where you want it to go. And he's talking about like videos and like we won't be able to differentiate what was real and what was fake. And then Sean asked,
That's
like,
the big thing right there.
well, then Sean asked, like, too, okay, so what about like courtroom? Like, how do we discern? Like, how do we figure out? Like, what do you just completely fabricate evidence? What if the government starts using that against us? You know, it's like stuff that is like, of course you can use it for bad, but it's like, okay, well, we also have to think along those lines, though, and then we have to put in stopgaps for that, too. Because if you're saying this is where we eventually want to go, where we can, like, download our consciousness into the cloud, like, do we really want that? I mean, truly, is that where we want this technology to go?
Yeah, it's coming from, like you said, humanism and liberalism, that man is
like,
now above God,
and
and there's no God, and so
yeah.
the only thing that it's meant to survive is human.
Yeah.
So, and we can't defeat death, but we have to figure out a way. So let's download our consciousness into the cloud so that we can remain for eternity.
Like, yeah, it's like I don't want that. Like,
no, I want to go to my home.
Yeah,
I want to go to
right.
heaven. I don't want to stay in the cloud. I don't want.
Well, I think because there's two
and
camps
then download our consciousness into a robot.
Yeah,
that's human.
Well, that's what.
Superhuman, and then we can live forever.
Yeah. I just because there's always
avoid
two camps, right? Yeah, we always want. There's always the people who want to avoid at all costs pain and suffering. There's people who want that, like, okay, well, we have technology, let's use it to try to minimize it. Like, I understand that. Yeah. I'm all for that. Mm-hmm. But then you also have to recognize we are human, and these bodies are
finite.
We're going to decay, and that's okay.
And then the humanists
and that's fine.
And the atheists,
they'll never accept that, though.
No, they never will. No matter what we say.
Yeah.
I mean, as you mentioned, like eternity or heaven, or it's.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, all you can do is pray for them, right?
Yeah.
Because can't change their mind.
No.
Because they're probably smarter than me, anyways.
Exactly.
Problem with those big brains, man.
Yeah, I know.
Too smart for their own good sometimes.
Well, awesome, man. This was fun.
Yeah, it was. Want to close us in prayer?
Don't we usually do like a challenge?
Oh, the challenge. Well, this is going to be like 4 episodes probably.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. We can issue a challenge. Give me 4 challenges.
4 challenges?
Space it up. And then
yeah. Yeah, gosh, what we
talked about Pope Leo. We talked about being a man.
One challenge would be, if you can, and if you're able to, it'd be great if you could take like a silent retreat for like a day or 2.
Yeah.
Or if not even that, like, well, our retreat is tomorrow, right?
Saturday.
All right, yeah, today's Thursday. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's like half a day. I mean, even doing something like that. So I would challenge the guys to find a time where they can have silence with the Lord for an extended period of time. If it's a day, great. 2 days, great. 2 days would be awesome. And, just find a local retreat center and just get it scheduled, get it set up. And if it's your first time doing something like this, just bring scripture with you.
Yeah.
And just say, you know what, I'm just gonna get some sleep, and when I'm awake, I'm gonna read scripture. I'm gonna unplug my phone, and I'm not gonna have access to any of that stuff. It's just gonna be me and the Lord. All right, my thoughts, scripture, and just leave it at that.
One of my challenges is going to be what you mentioned a little while ago: is pray and fast for your local priest. And I'm talking like legit fast. Like, let's go. Skip breakfast, skip lunch.
Just 1 meal a day.
Just 1 meal.
1 meal. Like just 1 peanut. Just that's it. A raisin. Just 1 raisin.
You can
maybe
go, 1
almond.
Give me an almond, yeah. Maybe a fig with it.
Oh, well.
It's too sweet. I don't know about that.
Yeah, with my high metabolism, it's always super, super hard. I had to be careful with that. Fast. It's extreme fasting. I remember I fasted for like 48 hours. I mean, like 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
With nothing, just water.
Yeah.
That was an interesting experience.
I did.
Some people do 3 days, and
Yeah.
but I have to, because I don't know, my blood sugar just goes a little wacky or something. But I always have to consume something.
So what's like the safest you could do?
I did the
Like 24 hours, or is that pushing it?
no. I would do the one meal.
Okay, so intermittent fasting, basically.
Yeah. I do the intermittent.
I did. I asked you to pray for Betsy when she had her tests. I did a 40. I made it 45 hours.
Oh man!
And I was like, oh man.
Well, it's like there's a point where you pass all the pain and there's clarity.
You know what? It wasn't as. I mean, it was hard. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't.
But there was a point where it stopped.
Yeah. Well, because you learn that in your brain. Like you're actually, we're all kind of addicted to food because it's just timing schedule, right? Like, oh, it's 8:00. You're supposed to be eating.
Yeah,
It's
your
12
internal
o'clock.
clock knows.
But then it's like you just wait 15 minutes, or you like drink something,
yeah,
like water.
you fill your stomach with something.
And then you're like, oh,
with water, not liquid.
And then I'm not hungry anymore. It's very, yeah. The brain is so fascinating, so interesting.
I'll fast every day. Usually, I'll have food at noon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll fast. So I'll wake up at 6, and I got a good 2 hours to do prayer because that's the only time I'm going to be able to get my prayer in. Because once I go down to the office, it's a roller coaster till 10 o'clock at night sometimes. So I'll do that.
Do you eat dinner then? So you eat 2 meals a day typically?
Yeah, usually I'll have a meal at
12,
noon, and
6.
then sometimes I'll kind of snack and then have a bigger one towards the end of the day. But if I'm like, if I have time to train, like if there's a race coming up and I know that I can do that, then I have to start switching things up because I need the calories.
Sure, that's
like
different.
If it's a triathlon or something, or
that makes
a long mountain bike race, and I'm training for that.
Are you still training for that stuff?
Yeah, off and on I do.
Okay.
It gives me motivation to exercise if I have a goal or to train.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'll do that. I'll still do that, and so. Hopefully I can. The last triathlon I did was and they were all, my forte was Olympic distance. So it's like, it could be like a 3/4 mile swim, 25 bike, 10K run. I just found that to be a really good spot for me to just hit it really super hard and then still feel good and want to do it again. I did a handful of half Ironmans. Maybe I'll do a full. I could. But the last triathlon I did was 2019, and that was a decent sized Olympic, and it was my last one. It wasn't 2019.
Where was it?
It was in Wisconsin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, ended well, won it. So I was like, yeah.
What? Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't a huge triathlon. It might have been like 300 people or something, but
That's good for you. See, you ended on a high note.
I know, it was nice. I've won a couple, but it was just, I'd always, when I came off the bike, I'd usually be like first, second, or third overall, and then my running's the weakest, and so like there'd be like always like 2 people who would pass me. I'd always ended up like 4th or 5th and 6th. I was like, oh man, so close. Just not a runner.
So, when you are training, do you wear something to identify yourself as a priest, or do you just wear regular workout clothes?
Yeah, just regular workout clothes.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious. You gotta wear you gotta make priest.
I know. Well, if anybody has like bike kits out there that are priest related, I don't know if they do. If they do, I'd probably wear one.
Yeah. But
yeah, it was interesting making that transition from the college baseball scene and trying to make it into the minors and stuff, and because I was 230 pounds, like I said.
Yeah. You had to slim down a little bit.
And it was all muscle. It's just that's what it was. It was, and that's hard to lose
for sure.
And I remember after college and all the baseball stuff just being done, moving out to Colorado, chase my next love, which was the downhill backcountry skiing, extreme skiing. And then I found endurance racing when I was out there in Colorado, and I was like, "Ooh, this is great! I really like this," and I really did. And it was like, why didn't I discover this before? It's so cool, just being outdoors and testing your limits and you against nature and yourself and with other people too. It's fun.
Running or biking endurance?
It was biking.
Okay.
First it was mountain biking, and then I discovered off-road triathlon, Xterras, and I just fell in love with those. And I liked it just with my ADHD and everything. It just... You swim? No, I'm sick of swimming. Oh, I get to bike? Sweet, bike. Oh, I'm sick of biking. Ooh, I get to trail run? Great. And then you're done trail running. And you're like, oh, it's done. Like, okay, that's great. Let's have a beer. But I went from 230 to when I got into endurance racing and started training there in Colorado, I went from 230 to 185.
Yeah.
Or 180. I think I got down to 180.
What are you now? 190?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll float between 188, 193.
What's like your sweet spot where you're like, I feel good, I feel fit, I can do most things I want?
I was heavy as a triathlete. I was heavy. I'd probably say...
Well, 230 is, I mean, it was all muscle, but it's still hard to move, especially endurance. So that's...
Oh, yeah. Well, it was all fast twitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything went to slow.
Yeah. You had to.
And I definitely noticed like that decrease of like instant power and all that. But... yeah, my endurance was amazing.
Yeah,
you could just go forever with something, and that's what was fun. That's what was fun about it. But it was my I'd say maybe probably when I was really racing and doing well, and at the height of my amateur career, and I guess I did race some semi-pro a little bit, but 180, 189, 191. Mm-hmm. Because I was told by a sports, athletic sports trainer, maybe someone like you in your field would look at my body type and my bone structure and say, why are you trying to get to 170? You're 6'3". You want to get to 170? And I said, well, that's what the pros are at. And she was like, that is the dumbest thing. You try and do that, you're going to fail. Your body and the way it's set up, it needs to hover for this endurance, for your body structure to be. You need that muscle. You need to be around 188, right. 189. And she was right. It was that sweet spot. But I definitely was heavier for sure.
Yeah.
But I loved it. It was fun. So many good memories. And then I was picked up by a team when I came back from Michigan, and then that's when things kind of really took off, and it was fun. And we did a lot of racing, a lot of long distance mountain bike racing. I like 6-8.
What's
6-8 10-hour races.
Oh, okay.
Those are fun. Mountain biking.
That's all mountain biking.
Mm.
Wow.
Most of the triathlons were all off road, Xterra. I did a handful of. Well, quite a bit too of on road. I think I was trying to put all my numbers together to see how many mountain bike races and then triathlons I did, because I started in 2000. I was still in college, and I knew I was just going to transition out of baseball. I was just kind of done with it, even though I love it. I just wanted to work now and build the family business, help build the family business. And I remember in 2004, because my uncle was a triathlete. And he was a big guy too. I was like, I'm going to give it a shot. And I remember I just borrowed all kinds of equipment. I was just this big guy, and did a short sprint triathlon in Reeds Lake down the road here, and loved it. I was like, I love this stuff. Like, it was just like hours of pain. I love it. Kind of just got the ball rolling with that. And so from 2004 to about 2019, training and racing, and even through seminary, right? I have time to do that. I don't have it as a priest now, but hopefully maybe later. But I probably did maybe 55 triathlons, maybe 60 mountain bike races.
Wow.
From 2004 to 2019. So it took a big chunk of my time too.
Yeah.
And that's, I bought a house and worked on the house, built an addition on the house, and, had, dating too, and then working at the business. And it was just like, how the heck did I do that? Did I even sleep, So anyway, going all the way back to nutrition and eating and fasting, I was like, well, doing that, you have to take in a lot of calories.
Sure do.
Plus working construction too.
That's not
I forget what it was. It was like some days I was taking like 6,000 calories in or something. 5,000 calories.
You were?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, doing all that. What was that? Michael Phelps? He had like 10,000 calories a day or something. Well, it's like, yeah, look how tall he is and what he's doing during the day. Of course he needs 10,000 calories.
Yeah.
People are like, I can eat 10,000 calories. You're just sitting on the couch all day. What do you? That's not how the body works.
Now I have my phone that tracks everything. I love collecting data and all that. It's like
I'm the same way.
I'll still burn like on average 3,100 calories a day.
Yeah.
I don't know how reliable this is, but these Garmin watches are really nice. So yeah.
Is that Garmin?
Yeah.
Nice.
I did have Apple. I didn't like it. I had Garmin and Apple. I just love Garmin.
Yeah.
It collects more data, and I think it's a little bit more precise. And
I haven't had a Garmin one. I had an Apple too. I didn't love it. Yeah. If I get another one, I wouldn't want like all the notifications and stuff.
Right.
I would just give me the data.
Yeah. Just collect
Track
the data.
Yeah,
everything.
Do you get? Can you do like a continuous glucose monitoring on that? Does it track that?
It's a good question. I bet it does. It has all kinds of things.
I'm sure you could. Do you get texts and calls and stuff on that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I'd want to delete that feature.
Yeah, you could
I
do
don't want
that. Awesome.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. Say a prayer.
Let's do it.
All right. Nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
Amen.
Pater noster, qui es in caeli, sanctificetur nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimitti nobis debita nostra sicut et nos, dimittibus debitoribus nostris, et ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed libera nos a malo. Amen.
Amen.
Nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
Amen. Thank you all for sticking with us on this marathon. Until next time, go out there and be a saint. Thank you all so much for tuning in to another episode of The Manly Catholic. If you have not already done so, please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts to make sure you don't miss a single episode. It will also help grow the show and reach as many men as possible. We truly think this podcast can change families and help men to change the world. Thank you again so much for tuning in, and God bless you.